Hello everyone, Kevin the Switch Hippie here with another exciting episode of Rescued from the Bargain Bin here at Groovy Old Records. I'm coming to you live from my secret mountain hideaway here in the Rocky Mountains of Colorado. And it's cold out and I hope everybody's staying warm. I'm having a little difficulty doing that, but we'll be alright. Well, we will be alright. So it's been a few minutes since I've done videos, so I'm back. I've got a big stack of stuff here I've been collecting, so let's get to it. All right. Okay, the first one up is Rendezvous mit Miriella. This is Miriella Matthew. I hope I pronounced her name correct. She's a German lady and she sings in French. It's a kind of French chanson kind of music, that kind of stuff, kind of poppy. It's not a rock album, that's for sure. But certainly, it's nice. It's pretty chill and mellow. Sometimes I listen to it when I'm cleaning the house on a Sunday. Next one is the Pentangle. The Pentangle, Solomon Seal. This is from the 90s. They were English folk band, and they're big in the 70s. And the singer, of course, the guitarist was Bert Jansch. And Bert Jansch would, of course, record a solo album produced by Mike Nesmith of the Monkees. Hey, that might show up later in the video, so let's keep an eye on that. Anyways, it's a really good, great instrumentation, great vocals. If you like English folk music, British folk music, Scottish, anything like that, this is certainly worthy of your collection. This was, it says $5. I actually got it for $2. So, again, who else on the planet likes that? The next one is the best of Mimi and Richard Farina. Of course, Mimi Farina is Joan Baez's sister, isn't she? She used to hang out with Bob Dylan. Just what a great folk record. There's a lot of, I would say, great instrumentation on it. Richard plays the hammer dulcimer or something, all sorts of crazy stuff like that. It's a really good record, and not only that, but look who's plays on this. Bruce Langhorne to play with Bob Dylan, John Hammond, again, a Bob Dylan connection, and of course Felix Pappalardi, who produced all those wonderful Cream records and was the bass player in the band Mountain. So they're all on this record, again, on the Vanguard label. When you think about American folk music, the Vanguard label is it. This is the Stars of the Apollo Theater. This is a nice one, double record set, and it gets people who played the Apollo are on this record. So you got Ella Fitzgerald, the Mills Brothers, you got Eddie Clinton Vincent's on here, Billie Holiday is on here. Just Ella Fitzgerald, did I say Ella Fitzgerald? Okay, Ella Jenny Wilson. Anyways, all the great stars from the 40s and 50s, 30s, 40s, and 50s are on this. It's a really nice record. I enjoy listening to that one. Next one is Ian and Sylvia. This is, again, another folky record on Vanguard. It's okay. It's not one of my favorites, but it's okay. You know, it's okay. It's not a bad record. Not one of my favorites, but that's Ian and Sylvia. Next one is, I'm going to tie one on tonight, the Wilburn Brothers. This is kind of country, hillbilly, kind of early 60s kind of jive, sad about people getting drunk and being sad. So I enjoy this record because a lot of time I like to get drunk and feel sad. The Wilburn Brothers. And this is on the Decca. This is not on the Star Day. So, and still in the shrink wrap. And this is how much it cost back in 1960, whatever. So there you go. Next one is, Elmore James. Original Folk Blues, A Resurrection, Elmore James. I love Elmore James. What a great slide guitar player, and what just absolute fabulous record. Just anything he does is great, in my humble opinion. This is one of these cheapy Pickwick kind of, this is on United Superior Records, but it's like a Pickwick kind of thing where I know he's probably drunk and signed away the rights for this, but absolutely wonderful record. Elmore James, blues legend. Blues legend. Next, speaking of blues legend, here's another one. This is Henry Thomas. He's most famous for, he wrote that song Going Up the Country, which was a hit for Canned Heat in the 60s, right? And Henry Thomas, he played guitar, but he also had kind of a whistle thing around his neck. And he would blow out the tune on the whistle and then accompany himself on guitar. So it's weird, but I think it works well. It works well, I think. Henry Thomas, 27 to 29. This is on the Yazoo record, and I love this. I don't. Can we get a pic? Can you zoom in here? I don't know if you ever have Yazoo. I've got CDs, a lot of CDs from Yazoo. And I just love the label. It's so old school and cool looking. So anyway, that's Henry Thomas, Texas Worried Blues. Here one, this is Bill Black. Bill Black Combo Goes West. This one's okay. It's not as good. I got another one that's a little bit better than this, but I know Deep in the Heart of Texas just doesn't move the way he does it. But, you know, Bill Black played with Elvis, right? That's his claim to fame. So this is the Bill Black Combo. He's always interesting to listen to, Bill Black. So the next one is Yardbirds, Over, Under, Sideways, Down, 1966 in mono. And if I understand correctly, they only ever released this in mono. That's what the record nerds are telling me. I don't know how true that is. I never really investigated it, but this is the Jeff Beck version. This has got this is cut over, under, sideways, down is the big hit off there. It's got a lot of boogie on it, a lot of psychedelic stuff, and a lot of Gregorian chants. So that's kind of what they were into at the time. Okay, and this is 1966. This was released in England as Roger the Engineer. This is the same record, except there's a couple tracks missing. But what a great record. I love it. It's one of my favorite ones of that whole period is Roger the Engineer. So it was kind of their Sgt. Pepper. Can we do that? With Yardbirds, Sgt. Pepper was Roger the Engineer. Next one is, oh my gosh, Captain Beefheart and his Magic Band. Who doesn't love the Captain? It says $20 here. I talked her down to 10 because it sits there. Who likes Captain Beefheart? I know very few people who like him, and I love him. So this is from this is from 68. Wow, I didn't know it was that early. 1968, Strictly Personal. So wonderful stuff. I love his Trout Mask Replica. I love his Bat Chain Puller, fabulous records, Spotlight Kid, and of course, if I put this one back, who doesn't love Safe as Milk, right? This is the I gotta learn to hold this correctly. We're not seeing it. This is not. I bought this new, right? This is $50. This is the 180 gram double record set of Safe as Milk, and what a fabulous record! Absolutely one of my favorite records from that time period. This is it was just wonderful, psychedelic, weird, and there's a lot of R&B on here too. So you can hear the Captain's voice. He's very soulful at times. He can also be screaming like a nut too. So, anyways, it's absolutely great record. Safe as Milk, Captain Beefheart. This is the 180 grams. So it's not real. I didn't really rescue that one. Oh shit! I keep hitting this camera. Next one is Ringo Starr, Buku of Blues. It was $4. So I got this for $4. And this I think is a great record. It's got Peter Drake from, I guess the story is Peter Drake played on George Harrison's All Things Must Pass, and he met Ringo and said, Ringo, let's go do an album in Nashville. So this was his second solo album, far superior to the Sentimental Journeys album that he first came out with. And I think this, like I said, this is one of my favorite Beatles solo albums. So I highly recommend it. Jerry Reed's on here. So there's a lot of high-class Nashville musicians all helping out Ringo. So Buku of Blues. Definitely recommend it. Next one is Alan Parsons Project Pyramid. So this was, how much? I think it was $2. And what a great record. Alan Parsons, he was by profession an engineer, right? He did Pink Floyd, he did the Beatles and all that. So his albums always sound good. And even on vinyl compared to, let's say, CD, for instance. I think the vinyl version of this sounds nicer, I think warmer, and it certainly fills the room. So Alan Parsons Project Pyramid. You know, and I had read an article that Alan Parsons Project never got recognition it did because they didn't tour very much. So it's just kind of a studio band. And if they had been a touring band, they probably would have done just as good as somebody like Pink Floyd. So wonderful sounds, great on the stereo. And the next one is Oh, this is another dusty in here. This is another 180 gram. This is not a safe. This is 180 gram blonde on blonde in mono, and with yellow vinyl. So it's pretty cool. And it's got some cool little books in here and stuff like that. And Yeah, cool, like a cool little book that comes with it. And can we see? Oh, I'm sorry. Is it yellow or is it clear? Oh, it's kind of yellowy clear. I don't know if you can see the yellowy clear vinyl on Blonde and Blonde. So, of course, when the color is vinyl, of course, it sounds way better. It sounds better when the vinyl looks cool. Here's one I got the other day, and I was actually quite surprised. I got it for $10. This is Quadrophenia. This is I would say this is not a near mint, but very good plus plus plus. It's got the original book with it. The sound quality is brilliant. It's also on Track Records, right? So this is the British import. It's not like in America who recorded on the MCA label. In Britain, it was the Track label. So this is a Track. So this is the British version of the Quadrophenia. And of course, who doesn't love Quadrophenia? Honestly, I think it's probably one of the best rock albums ever. I mean, I would put this in the top 10. The sound quality is brilliant. I don't know who engineered it. I don't know anything about that. But it sounds so good on your stereo. And whether you have it on CD or a record. I had it on cassette tape when I was in the Navy. And it's just such a brilliant, wonderful sound that just sucks you into that world, right? I mean, kids in northern Indiana or whatever, and I'm transported to a world of working class Britain, right, with mods and rockers and eel pie and leapers and and stout beer and all that. It transports you to that world. I think it does it very well. Pete Townsend, absolute genius. The musicianship on here is brilliant, as always, with The Who. So anyway, I think this is also probably my favorite Who album, too, by my Quadrophenia. So I'm going to listen to it afterwards. So this is Nick Lowe, Prouder and Pinker and Prouder Than Previous. And this is a good record. I had this on, I think I had this on CD maybe years ago. And I love Nick Lowe. I absolutely love Nick Lowe. I can't even think of a bad album he ever did. But it's just Nick Lowe. He does that kitschy, corny country kind of stuff and power pop, that kind of thing. And it's really good. Big Hair. I mean, who doesn't want a Big Hair? Big Hair is the name of the song, right? Nick Lowe, Prouder and Pink than usual. So here's a couple I got today. I wasn't even gonna buy them, but it was just, why not, right? The first one is The Birds, the Bees, and the Monkees, which is a good psychedelic album. This is their last, I think the last album where all of them are together. It's actually really good. There's a couple of, there may be a couple songs on here that are not brilliant, but most of it's absolutely, I mean, Annie's Municipal Court, that's dumb. We were made so that, but you got Tapioca Tundra, Daydream Believer, Righting Wrongs, I'll Be Back Upon My Feet, P.O. Box 9847, Magnolia Sims, Valerie, and Zoran Zam, right? They're all on this record, so I think it's one of their better ones. Absolutely, probably, yeah, maybe number 1 or 2 on their really good albums. So, and this is original one, so this is stereo. The other one I got was Headquarters. Again, this was $1 too, right? It was $1. Yeah, she wanted 3, but I talked her down to 1 on all of them. So this was Monkees Headquarters, and this is a mono version. So this is the original Hollywood pressing mono version. And I don't like this record, by the way. I know Monkees fans will probably be throwing things at the screen right now. I think this is a terrible record. There's a couple of good songs, but generally speaking, I'm not really a big fan of this record. So there are a couple. Randy Scouse, yeah, that's a good one. But I think most of it's forgettable. Even the Nesmith tunes here, I think, are a little kind of nutty. And there's a little filler, nonsense filler. So the other one I got here is the first Monkees album. This is mono. So this is original Hollywood pressing, a mono version of the Monkees. And this is, again, I don't think this is a brilliant record by any stretch of the imagination, but it was their introduction to the world. It's in mono. It's just got a little damage here on the sleeve, or else it probably would have been perfect. But it sounds good too. I did play it, so it sounds good. I don't know what you guys think about the Monkees' first album. So And speaking of first albums, and then I'll be done with you guys. First album is the other one, of course, is introducing the Beatles, right? I guess everybody has to have this record. And this one, this is a VJ. It's in mono. So this is an original pressing, but it's not the one that is worth $1 gazillion, right? It's got the Please Please Me with the comma in there. So that's the most general, they made millions of these. And it's not the pirated copy, which is, again, would that be cool to have too? I've been looking for that, to get a pirated copy of this. And it's on the VJ record label. So anyways, it's a really good record, I think. It sounds good. Like I said, it's just basically the Please Please Me album from England with a couple songs removed. So anyways, that's what I've got for you guys today. Hope you enjoyed yourself, and I hope you're all staying warm. And we will see you next time on Groovy Old Records, rescued from the bargain bin here at Groovy Old Records. So we'll talk to you later. Bye.